And now, your host, Couch Tomato!
Yeah, I went straight to IMDb and I started looking up some of those photos, but she looked a little cute. So that for me, she definitely worked. I want to hear from you, PD. You're not necessarily a Trekkie either, and you don't even like geek films. So tell me what worked in this film.
What worked for me was Captain Kirk, like you said. To me, I think I like his character because he's poised. He kind of reminds me of Professor X, but then sometimes he reminds me of Ethan Hunt, and he kind of moves like Han Solo to me. So it's like he got a mixture of like everything going on with him, but I really liked it. And you kind of get Captain Kirk in this movie. He's poised, focused, determined, natural leader, like you said. I didn't watch the previous films, but like he really took charge. And I think Chris Pine, I personally believe like he really has a bright future in head, and he did a phenomenal job in this movie.
PD, I don't know who told you to say Ethan Hunt because you kind of stole my notes.
Oh, word.
Nah, let me tell you, the way that another thing that works in this film, the way the story keeps upping the ante, it's reminiscent of like the Mission Impossible films.
Oh, cool.
Because the stakes keep getting higher and higher, and the level of difficulty in the mission kept getting raised. And so it's basically a non-stop thrill ride. So there are moments where it kind of reminds you of like a Mission Impossible film.
Yeah.
And, trivia, J.J. Abrams was he worked on Mission Impossible 3, and he's also the executive producer for this.
Wow, okay.
So
that makes sense.
And another thing, when I tell you, PD, we talked about how people hated the trailer. It just, like when it came out, I tell you, I probably only seen 0.75% of it because I just wasn't excited. I actually, like I said, I'm a fan of this what they're doing with this reboot series. And when that trailer came out, I was like, it's not gonna work. And because the music that they chose, it just was like, it didn't fit. But in the film, that song plays effective.
Oh man, that was the best part of the movie for me. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, so for those of you guys who were skeptical about the trailer, I think you're gonna go back and watch the trailer. Like, it made sense because, like I said, the song that they played, I hated it in the trailer, but they sure made Beastie Boys. It seemed shoved in the 2009 version, but in this one, it was fluid.
Yeah, it was good.
It was fluid and it worked. I want us to rank these babies. You guys don't mind if I go first, do you?
Go ahead.
All right, so off rip, I just saw this, so it's like fresh in my memory bank or whatever, and I don't want to like be a prisoner of the moment, but definitely I felt I like 2009 a little bit more because I feel like that one's a little bit more rewatchable. Like you could watch it and you got to turn your brain off a little bit, but I think I could watch that. Like if it was on Netflix streaming, I could just run it back over and over. Star Trek Into Darkness. I liked it when I was in theaters, but then when I used it for my Netflix queue, I remembered it's not that good. Like I personally don't like that film that much. I think it's a good film if you only have to see it once. So I'm going to put that at number 3. I'm actually going to put Star Trek Beyond at number 2. I liked it. I don't know if it's just because I'm such a Simon Pegg fan and I enjoyed the writing in it. But definitely, I thought the characters in it jumped out. I thought Jayla is probably one of the best side characters we've seen in cinema this year.
Equivalent to Wonder Woman.
Nah, I put her thumbs up over Wonder Woman.
Nah, she gets the edge.
I didn't like Wonder Woman too much.
What?
But I mean, for eye candy, both of these ladies are eye candy.
Yeah.
Like if like whatever. If I'm not a married man and I'm alone in the room with both of them.
Hey, your wife is listening.
Yeah, I would treat them both with respect. So you didn't let me finish. So I mean, that's my order. Let me hear from you guys.
Hulk's seen it. Go ahead, Hulk.
I'm gonna omit yours because I don't think you're too familiar with the first two. Hulk, rank them. 2009 Into Darkness and also 2016 Star Trek Beyond.
Okay. Number 1 would be 2009. Like I absolutely fell in love with it right from the first trailer. I was just like, "Whoa, is this Star Trek?" You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like you guys. Whenever Star Trek came on, that's when it was time to shut the TV off. Like, but when like I seen the rebooted trailer, I was like, okay, this looks good. Into Darkness, it was pretty. I loved it the first time I watched it, and then it kind of went down for me the second time I watched it. But I still love it because Benedict Cumberbatch, like, he had a great monologue in that scene where he's like talking to Spock and Kirk. Like I just
He's
absolutely
a legit
love.
villain.
Yeah, like he's a great actor, and like when he delivered that, I was just like, whoa! I could always rewatch that scene. And then this one is just like it's good. It's just like my least favorite, but it doesn't mean like I hate it or anything. It's just my least favorite out of the three. So
I'm
that's
I'm
my
just
rankings.
watching. Like I said, I'm probably a prisoner of the moment in the fact that I've seen Ghostbusters last week. It's like a nice. This is a nice
Refreshing.
film to like wash down that nasty, residue in your throat. So that's just me.
You like tomato,
And you like tomato,
potato,
potato,
tomato.
tomato.
Let's go.